like this outcome, and I don't want you to lose your sight for good. People suffer when they make sacrifices they shouldn't have to make, whether that means faith, strength, or in this case, your ability to even see. I had hoped you could win without sacrificing so much as a single hair on your head.
Thank you. Really.
All done. Don't try and open your eyes just yet. We'll see how you're doing in a couple of days. Until then, please follow your recovery plan to the letter. I'll send full details through Yehoda. For now, just get yourself home, relax. My dear friends, we have fought bravely and achieved a spectacular victory. A dark cloud has been lifted from the sky.
The moon will remember this day. Thank you both. There's something I want to let you know.
What is it?
When Durin connected everyone's minds so I could access their powers, I also felt everything they felt. And since Nefer's eyes were injured, my eyes are hurting now too.
Hold on. Let me try.
I only feel the pain. There's no actual damage. I just...
You're right. But I must say, I'm surprised to hear the Kutar share something like this with me. In the past, you never used to open up about yourself.
Things are a little different now from how they were. I'm learning to share how I truly feel with my friends.
Friends? You have no idea how glad I am to hear that.
How are you feeling? Any aches and pains? Did you sleep well?
I'm doing all right, Paimon. No need to worry about me.
Phew! Well, that's good. Paimon's been sitting on the edge of the bed worrying about you for ages. You slept a whole day and night. Poor Paimon had to eat all by her lonesome.
Glad to hear you didn't starve. How was the food?
Well, it wasn't the same without you there to share it. Honestly, Paimon just can't relax when you're not your usual self. She couldn't enjoy the food and settle down to sleep.
Well, I'm back to normal now.
Oh yeah, and Albedo swung by earlier. He said to tell you to head to the tavern when you woke up. Varker and the others are organizing a victory feast and they want to celebrate with you. He also dropped off some medical supplies, but you seem fit as a fiddle, so guess you won't be needing those. If you're feeling up to it, let's head over now. Wouldn't want to keep them waiting.
Time to act.
We're here!
Traveler and Paimon! Perfect timing! We were literally just saying how there's no way we're holding this victory feast without you any longer, and we would have postponed it till tomorrow.
How are you feeling today?
Much better, thanks. Don't worry about me.
Relieved to hear it. If that changes, just let me know. Happy to check you over at any time.
Yep, we're here for you. Anything you need, just let us know.
Oh wait, where's Nefer?
How are her eyes doing?
Nefer's right over there. I'm sure she'd love to catch up with you.
Traveler, Paimon, are you recovering well? Turns out that moon chanter has some real talent after all. My eyes were mostly recovered after just a couple days rest. I can actually open them again now.
Yeah, but you gotta be careful. Lauma says not to strain your eyes while they're still healing.
Yes, thank you. I'm well aware.
Yehoda, could I borrow you for a moment? I could do with an extra pair of hands.
Oh, sure. Coming. Did you hear that? I gotta go help Lauma for a second. You guys chat among yourselves. I'll grab us some drinks on the way back. Paimon, you still like 'em sweet?
You bet! Make it extra sweet, because Paimon's earned it!
Sure thing!
The Raker of Solnari. Kind of a snake, don't you think? No, definitely a snake. A poisonous one who spewed his venomous hatred everywhere. Anyone who seeks revenge out of hatred for other people has become a snake. That's something my dad used to say. Perhaps. I'm sure it sounds like a very wise and open-hearted perspective to your ears. But me? I think hatred is a perfectly justifiable emotion. What else is left when everything you depended on in life gets stripped away? If you're worried about me, you can nip that in the bud. I'm not someone who gets stuck in the past. It's just... I suddenly feel like I was wrong to call my father a liar. He was just a fool. That's why the academia turned their back on him. And why... Oh, Father. How much better things could have been if you were a skilled liar. Look at the Ibis King. Thoth is a fiendishly cunning liar. And yet, strangely, he feels more like a father to me than my real dad ever was. He's never brought it up, but I'd bet he feels the same way. Why else would he give me the power to perceive the truth, while at the same time training me in the art of deception? Well, King Deshret banished him to Aru, which is essentially a prison, and posed 3 questions to him. He promised that he'd have his freedom if he could find the answers. His response was to take on a physical form and approach me, hoping that I could become his envoy and search for one of the answers on his behalf. Did he really think I'd fall for that? He's stuck there. He can't make me return what he gave to me. So that's enough for you to decide he's nice, is it? He's a prisoner, and he was scared. So he decided to perform some good deeds to win people's approval. He lives in fear because he's a deceiver. How is Rerir any different? You can't work as a spy your whole life and expect a happy ending. It's preposterous. Yet I can't say I don't understand it. Liars live in the darkness of their own making, but it's still human nature to want to go on living. They say that a liar's soul is the most worthless thing in the world. What do you think? Good. If you understand that, it means you're smart, and you see things objectively. If you ask me, the soul of a liar really is worth nothing, because all they care about is themselves. For example, when something good falls into my lap, I don't go sharing the news around. Stops other people trying to steal it from me. So be it. They have sharp ears. I can't keep anything from them. Oh, is that what it looks like? Well, you all know my past now. And I can't simply eliminate everyone who knows too much. So I guess I just have to put up with you. For the foreseeable future, at least. When you find yourself in a situation you can't control, the safest play is to keep calm and start monitoring everyone involved like a hawk. In the intelligence world, you need to have a sense of perspective and play your hand accordingly. If you understand what's at stake, please ensure my secret very good.
Oh wait! Now that the panic's over and we've all calmed down, Paimon suddenly remembered something. After all that build-up, our mystery ally never showed up even once!
Huh? Am I imagining things?
So, that close colleague who stayed behind with you? What's he been up to recently?
Don't know, don't care. I get more normal human interaction from hanging out with Bosco 2 than him. Although, now you mention it, he hasn't bothered me in a while. I wonder if...
If he's disappeared without a trace, it's the biggest gift he ever gave to the world. But I somehow doubt that's what's going on. He won't lie low forever. So we'd better stay on guard.
Ah, Lord Sangama Bay. How lovely to see you. I must thank you for the device you provided. It was an enormous help. Would I be right in thinking that it was developed by the academia?
Why come and ask me when you clearly know already?
I mostly came to thank you.
That's more like it. A little gratitude goes a long way with Lord Sangama Bay. Play your cards right, and you might even stand a chance of becoming my long-term supplier.
The chance to work with such a kind and charitable investor as yourself would be a great honor for the Curatorium.
Huh? Charitable? Who said anything about charity? First time hearing about it.
Let's see. The first plot of land you purchased in Nodcry, your desert interests, and...
Stop! What do you think you're doing? Exposing my investment history!
It's nothing to hide from. They're all perfectly legitimate investments. And some of the land you purchased was with the intent of building a sanctuary? Yes, I heard about that too. You're a curious case, Lord Sangamabe. You don't like people finding out about your good deeds, do you? But I'm afraid no matter how hard you try to keep things under wraps, where there's a will, there's a way. You did it for Sumeru, didn't you?
It was empty land that was gonna go to waste otherwise. I figured if I built something there, it might at least get some use in an emergency. Disasters are capricious things. They strike without any warning. I've lost family to a disaster before, and I don't want to lose any friends or business partners if I can help it. My elder sister used to dream of finding a sanctuary. Somewhere with plenty of food, water, and medicine. Where everyone could live happy lives. It was something I looked into, but after discussing things with the Dendro Archon, I decided on a more effective strategy. The tech people handled the tech, and Moneybags provided the Mora. It just made the most sense.
It's a pity that so few people know the truth about you. Everyone says that you view everything in terms of Mora, and all you care about is growing your own wealth.
So, what's the problem with that? Everyone wants to be rich, it's human nature. So yes, I love Mora, and it's nothing to be ashamed of.
But surely you have dreams of your own, beyond just making Mora.
You don't get it, do you? My dream is to invest in other people's dreams. And, you know, make a nice little slice for myself along the way. Just thinking about it makes me happy. That sweet, sweet sound of Mora.
Thank you.
For the device?
And the pendant.
Oh, that. I was just returning a favor. Don't worry about it.
Seems like we've both been away from home for a very long time.
Yeah. So long that I barely remember what my family even looked like.
That would be your mother, father, and sister?
Yeah, though it's been years since my sister passed away. It's not like I want to forget them, obviously, but memory can be even more ruthless than the most calculating business person. Beyond a certain point, if something isn't helping you, it just gets rid of it. My sister can't help me now. Slowly but surely, her face is fading from my mind's eye. It's become a vague impression.
Not everything will fade. When loved ones pass away, the beautiful memories are the ones that last the longest.
Yeah, that's true. If you ask me, that's the one silver lining in all of it.
Well, that, plus, I'm sure that life is much better now than it was back then.
Oh, absolutely. I have tons of Mora, a big beautiful house, business is booming, and I'm as happy as can be. You've got a lot going for you too. Boss of the Curatorium of Secrets? I'm sure there's plenty of Mora to be made in that line of work.
I appreciate the vote of confidence.
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Wow. Huh? All will be revealed in the next volume?
How have you been holding up? Any adverse reactions? If you start to take a turn for the worse, make sure you tell me right away.
You don't need to worry about me, Grandmaster. I'm fine. I mean, I barely did anything, so...
What? You're too humble, young man.
You played an indispensable role in the battle for Nodcry. We can't thank you enough for your support. Sometimes, when people praise you, it's because you deserve it. The best thing is to accept it calmly and with grace. It's important to learn how to respond to words of admiration.
Let's do a quick demonstration. Albedo, that was an incredible feat of alchemy. The pressure was on, but you worked flawlessly at lightning speed to get the job done.
Thank you. I can't take all the credit, though. Durin played a big part in forming the alchemical array.
See? Did you catch that? A masterclass in how to take a compliment.
Okay, yeah. I did work pretty hard to help prepare for the battle. No point denying that.
Hey, you guys!
Hey, look who's bounced back. Looking good, traveler.
Seems like you've recovered. You won't need to take any more medication.
Can I get you a drink?
Huh? You know how to order at a bar now? You've sure learned a lot recently.
Handling a drinks order is ridiculously simple compared to alchemy. Don't worry, I'll blend into society yet.
Paimon believes it. You're clearly a fast learner, just like your brother. To be totally honest, though, Paimon didn't quite follow all the details when you first explained the plan to us.
Don't worry, that's completely understandable. Unless you're a student of alchemy, it's hard to grasp the principle and how the process works.
To put it in the simplest terms, we saw how our enemy stole the power of Kuvaki. And that gave us the idea of stealing his power to turn it against him. When facing an enemy you have no hope of defeating, it's best not to engage them in battle. So, instead of looking for a way to overpower him, we decided to help Columbina get strong enough to at least stand up to him in a fight. For this to work, we had to analyze his modes of attack, confirm who his main target was, and make sure that he wouldn't go beyond the range of the alchemical array. For added security, we prepared a total of 4 arrays. But to mitigate the impact of the battle, we identified one location in particular as the ideal spot, which is where the confrontation took place. The alchemical array absorbed his abyssal power. Then Durin processed it to render it usable by Columbina. That power enabled her to do what would otherwise have been nigh on impossible.
What surprised me was that Dainsleif actually agreed to join us. Given his history with Rerir, he had every right to sit this one out. But we're extremely grateful for the decision he made.
It must have been a painful choice to make. But I'm sure that making a decision was far...
Absolutely. He was torn between 2 paths. Anyway,
That's the only reason you're here.
Yes. I've thought a lot about it. And I think this is very important. So I felt I had to come and tell you.
Well, this is a new one. I'm so moved. I can't even hold my teacup. If that's all, you can leave now.
Do you not want to be friends with me? Or is it that you prefer being co-workers?
What is this, Columbina? Are you deliberately testing my patience threshold? Right now, my politeness module is active. But if you say another word, I swear I'll shut it down.
If your politeness module was active, wouldn't you say the word please at some point?
Polonia, please see Lady Columbina to the door.
Will you still invite me to your next tea party?
What?
Yes, I think you will. Bye-bye, dear Sandrone.
Last time, the Wild Hunt escorted you out. Would you rather I handled it myself this time?
We just wanted to, see how you were doing now that it's all over.
Why? Out of concern for my safety? I hope you didn't seriously think that the Rayhir of Solnari would be able to lay so much as a finger upon me, given how prepared I was.
Mostly because you kind of helped us out, so we just wanted to check you were okay. Looks like all your robots are fixed, huh?
Oh, don't you worry about that. Tea time is already a write-off. The visitor before you managed to kill my appetite. If you're in the mood for tea, go ahead and help yourself. Otherwise, it's going to waste. My coasters are still missing in action, though. Use this notebook instead.
Whoa! Pretty hefty notebook.
You can ignore those. They're just dumb scribbling. I doodle and write in my free time. Sometimes I remember the distant, dreamlike past. Sometimes I imagine and other times, I grit my teeth and note down all the crazy nonsense going on in the present. Some people do the crosswords in the newspaper. Trying to predict the future is like daydreaming. And writing about the present just makes... Although, who else? Pretty much all the Mecha and Fontaine are his personal hand...
Wait, are you saying you know him?
I mean, I guess we were friendly enough. Yep. In fact, I'm probably the only normal person left who knew him at all. We used to chat occasionally back when he was still around. Before he passed away, he asked. I honored his request. But I did read through everything first before destroying them. I mean, I couldn't let the genius of Lord Artificer Alain Guillotin disappear like that.
So... that's where the formulas in your notebook are?
I just told you. Those are my equivalent of crossword puzzle. Alain's work was like epic poetry. The formulas in my notebook are just... not that there's anything bad about them. I mean, at least, solving those riddles isn't going to hurt anyone. Except me, because I lose a few brain cells in the process. Anyway, while we're on the topic, I might as well tell you about what happened to him and his friends. Alain Guillotin had two close buddies, Renee and Jacob. They spent their childhood years together in the Narzissenkreuz Institute. They were all quite competitive, so there was some rivalry between them, but it was a friendly rivalry. But beneath the friendship and the rivalry ran something deeper, a sense of nostalgia for the past. Unfortunately, childhood would end, the prophecy would come true, the apocalypse would arrive, and the future would never be. A mad dream that would normally only capture the minds of lunatics began to take root in their hearts. A dream of saving the world. And if Renee and Alain had been people of lesser wits, that dream would probably have ended up as something for them to joke about in their older years. But alas, they were some of the sharpest minds around. They nurtured that dream with the full power of their intellect, and it grew into something that ate away at their souls. The first of them to fall under its spell was Renee. Against Alain's wishes, he persisted in experimenting on a mutual friend of theirs to try and save their life. Alain did not approve and parted ways with Renee. It's complicated. Alain wanted to believe that Renee only did what he did for the sake of their friendship. But when he told me about what happened, I could tell he still had some suspicions about Renee's motives. Perhaps the seed that would grow into a nightmare had already sprouted in Renee's mind. Even then, the next time they met, Renee's soul had been completely engulfed by the dream of salvation. His futile attempt to change the tide of fate only resulted in a wave that swallowed up the world, even before the apocalypse came. And although that wave died down eventually, I hear that it just recently came back with a vengeance. As I understand, Renee wanted to live out his dream of salvation once more. But I'm told that the attempted resurgence finally died out for good. At long last, Renee awoke from his deluded dream. Though of course, what do you think of Renee? Do you admire his transcendent genius? His view that any price was worth paying to achieve the lofty goal of... Or do you despise him? Dismiss him as an evil... Same difference, really. Just a matter of perspective. Doesn't surprise me. You share one thing in common, after all. You both want to be the safe. The only difference is, your dream came true, and his... well, he wasn't the one who made... I don't like fanatics who give up their whole lives for their ideology. Nor do I like fools. Maybe I could understand if Renee had just been an ordinary person. But he had a sage-like intellect. And still managed to get himself lost in a lot. Anyway, that's enough about Renee. Now, moving on to Alain Guillotin, the Lord Artificer. He managed to put a stop to the first storm. To his credit, I suppose, the loss of his family and after that, the only thing supporting his work. But although the desire to save Fontaine drove him to found the Fontaine Research, I think that formulas and machines derived solely from human intellect. Yet Alain's once he realized, he quit working on his formula. He told me that I think that all he wanted at that time in his life was to be at the very end. Many years after that, tensions over competing dreams would once again cause a rift. This time between members of the Fontaine Research Institute. And that is the story of two people from the Nazi-Kreuz Institute who both wanted to save. One went all in on his fantasy of salvation without ever looking back, and ended up calmly seeing. The other sought desperately to burn bright in his life, even though he wasn't. I do sometimes wonder, why is it that people like them have such grand hopes of saving the world? Even the grandest tree starts as a tiny seed. So perhaps, for each of them, their mission to save the world began with a very simple desire. They were young children with friends and family who mattered to them. Desires to explore the meaning of life. Or maybe they just want... But instead, the search for their own salvation took them down the rocky road laid out by fate. Do you think the desire to save oneself is enough of a justification to The way you said that sounded just like Alain. I asked him the same question back when he was in his prime, putting all of his energy into his work. He gave the exact same answer as you did. No elaboration. All right, tea time's over. I owe Arlecchino a favor for telling me these stories. I'm gonna go tinker with Polonia now. You guys can do whatever. Polonia, exit hibernation mode.
Astra Avisosk. We meet again, you two.
Hi, Catherine. Do you have any commissions?
Commissions, huh? Oh, how about this? Please attend the Academia's Academic Symposium this afternoon and
wait.
And if possible, please also use your camera to capture the reaction of the audience upon...
Huh? What kind of commission is that?
I see. It appears that you're not interested. In that case, please go to Port Ormos and convince the Eremites there to spend some time volunteering at the local...
Hey, that's not any better.
I'm sure the mercenaries will have some interesting reactions as well.
Paimon's gotta ask. Just who exactly has been submitting these commissions to the Adventurers Guild?
Oh, the commissioner? Well, actually, I just wanted to see the...
Was it so obvious? I was hoping you would actually take one of those commissions. That kind of chance to observe humans doesn't come by often.
Ah, so it's Nahida. Paimon just knew Catherine wouldn't crack those kinds of jokes. When did you get into her head?
From when she said, add Astra Abisosk.
So it's been you this whole time? Are you done resting up, Nahida?
Yes. I've been sleeping ever since we parted ways, and I even had a really, really long dream. It was another dream about the Sub-Zerus Festival, except it was a happy one. In my dream, I was sitting in the middle of a flower terrace, and everyone in Sumeru City was holding hands as they danced in circles around me. I also got to sit on a gigantic flower carriage.
You know, Nahida, maybe your dream is how the Sub-Zerus Festival really should be. It's meant to be a joyous time where everyone gets together.
Huh? Wasn't I describing a really happy dream? Why are you both looking at me like that? Wait!
No! We aren't pitying you. That would only make everything worse. We just don't want you to By the way, have you had a chance to visit Dunyarzad? How's she doing? The homie Yanni's haven't allowed any visitors.
Yes, I paid her a visit right after I woke up. She was resting at the time. Her condition is stabilized. However, since Elazar is a manifestation of the but for the moment, our top focus should still be figuring out what the—
Right. Who knows what'll happen if they manage to pull off another
So our first priority should be investigating and putting a stop to the Sage's activities. As for how we should pull that off, let's discuss it somewhere else.
Oh! Good point. Sorry, adventurers! We're gonna be borrowing Catherine for a little while.
Let's continue our chat here.
Okay, so do you have any ideas on how we can investigate?
Actually, I've already done a little bit of work on that. But for now, I've already tried that. But all the key members of the Academia, even the core of 30 guards, it seems that from the very beginning, they've been guarding against info leaks from the Akasha. Of course—
Have you already caught the Sage's attention?
I'm guessing not yet. But distrusting me would make perfect sense if they've ever— In any case, I probably can't take over— No way, that's too—
You mean it'd be too easy to—
No, it's not that. We shouldn't doing that would be ignoring the safety of my people for my own selfish goals. How is that—
That's a good point. Spoken like the god of—
We're in the dark as of now. Since we still don't know anything about their goals, any rash move could tip them off and lead to— After all, every person in Sumeru City—
Nahida, you're super smart, so you already have something in mind, right? Don't keep—
According to a popular theory from the Vahumana Darshan of the Academia, rejecting impractical motions at the beginning of a planning session will give more—
Okay, but aren't you the god of wisdom? You don't have to use that kind of gimmick to make us take your idea.
Well, I've been thinking that if I can't directly possess the leaders, and if I can't get— then I should find someone who's already involved, but hasn't—
You're saying we should recruit a spy? Oh, before coming back, we met someone named Alhaitham. He seems like he acts alone, and he likes doing stuff behind the Academia's back.
Actually, I already have someone in mind. Do you still remember that female
Setaria. Paimon remembers now. Isn't she the one who's always— We ran into her basically every time the Sub-Zero's festival repeated itself. You could even say we're old enemies by— Paimon still remembers the smug and mean way—
I've always liked observing all kinds of people, and Setaria has She was born in the desert, and was hailed as their greatest genius. Her academic gifts allowed her special—
Oh, Paimon didn't know she was from the desert. She must be pretty special then. Paimon feels like most of the desert dwellers around the city—
The name Setaria means star. When she lived in the desert, she shone like the brightest star. Later on, she was chosen by the sun. The star was given soon after. The star witnessed the sun scorching the earth, which the star began to waver. Instead of staying beside such a sun, wouldn't it be better? But in the end, she couldn't give up the radiance of daytime. To cope with her shame, the star buried her guilt and closed her eyes.
From the sound of it, Setaria's just hung up on the research, but she doesn't really support the Academia. She still feels guilty about not—
Indeed. When they are presented with complex moral issues, many people will simply plug their ear. She's suppressing a lot of guilt. But before she realized it, she had already become the Sage's accomplice. She can't deny her part in their schemes anymore. Right. We must somehow make her face her problems. That way, not only can we get useful intel from her, But she can also use it as an From my past observations, Setaria will take a day off from the academia every 10 days. Tomorrow afternoon just happens to be a shopping day for her. That'll be our to prepare. Let's go check out some of her favorite spots and have a quick
Body and mind. Time to act.
This should be Setaria's favorite fortune-telling. So should we ask the No, I already have enough information on Setaria. The most important thing now is for you to hacking style and...
My poor lost lambs. Have you become troubled over the divine voice of wisdom often echoes between mine ears? If thou be blessed today by the gods, I may be able to show you the way.
Huh? Really? Nahida, you've been whispering?
Shh! My friend here has some doubts regarding her future. Can we get a fortune reading for her?
Of course, of course. In that case... It would seem that Harut and Marut are quite wary of you. Perhaps at some...
Only mocking the god of Animo, questioning the lord of Geo's financial savviness, and brawling with the god of Electro.
Oh, nothing. Go on, pick an aspect for her to divine.
Health prospects. No problem. The gods have spoken. The truth shall be revealed. Your life shall continue on for... many tens of thousands of years. Harut, Marut, did you two spoil my divination?
Actually, Paimon thinks this is probably the most accurate fortune-telling you...
I admit that the...
Is that so? Well,
if you were to bring some food offerings for Harut and Marut on your next visit, perhaps they could help you reverse the wheels.
Is this another one of some... Yep. It belongs to a king. When I start talking with...
Ah, dear customers. Would you like to look at some...
We caught wind of your
Oh, I reckon...
Speaking of...
I suppose you could... After that, I began making pottery by...
That's nice.
Oh, no, not anymore.
I see. I'll have someone in charge...
No problem. Rest easy.
This should be our final stop. Setaria's always thinking of this restaurant when she's working at the academia. So she... Nahida, you've really... It's my duty to protect Samari's citizens.
Hi there. I feel like I've seen you down by the docks before.
Huh?
If I recall, you were having a discussion with someone about shipbuilding at the time.
Ah, that's right. After all, I grew up in Liyue Harbor and spent my entire but I'm still discussing all kinds of problems.
What an admirable spirit for...
Sure, but you'll find...
So this restaurant has a basement as well?
That's right. It's not usually open to patrons. Most of the time, employees use it for breaks or to hold private events.
I see. Guess that makes sense. Well, good luck with your studies, Miss Chisha.
Thank you so much. Time to act.
So, was that it? 3 familiar faces should... what's the point of all the... Setaria's already used to avoiding her problems, so we must find a way to break through her usual sensibility. I remember you mentioned that the Eremites in Port Ormuz are all making up... Although it's all just a boatload of nonsense, the Oh, Paimon gets it now! Although she knows she should return home to help the people of the desert, all she's done is conspire with the sick... So, King Deshret is long gone. And Sitaria is also too smart to fall for any simple trick. If we simply engaged her under the guise of King Deshret's believers, she would definitely be wary of us. But if we were to borrow some of her close acquaintances to talk with her...
So, you mean you're going to possess...
Yep. Possess them through the Akasha. Imply they've already converted to the faith of King Deshret. As long as everything goes smoothly, we'll get through to Sitaria for sure.
Ah, so that's how you're going to...
Exactly.
Huh? Best of luck!
That's no problem at all. I'll just share all their senses with you once I've possessed them. As long as you're also wearing an Akasha terminal, the effect will basically be as if you've possessed them yourself.
Ah, that is pretty convenient. But what is she...
Although I've been observing humans for a while, I've never been good at imitating them.
You're not wrong. It's always been painfully obvious whenever you...
If it was at all possible, I would have preferred to leave these people alone. But seeing how things are now, I probably should...
Yeah, don't beat yourself up over it. We're only doing this to help everyone.
Alright, then let's give it a go to...
I never embark on a journey without a good book to accompany me. Time to act.
Ooh, here she comes. Sitaria's here.
Let's quietly follow her. Once she starts talking to her acquaintances, as for how we'll sway her to our side, I'll leave that to you.
Looks like they've already started talking. Let's find out.
That's right. You really can't force anything when it comes to love. And besides, everyone around me has a very different background and outlook. Are you still listening to me, Nabia?
Oh, of course I'm listening. You were talking about troubles with your love life, right?
Okay then. You just seemed a little strange. Your cats seem pretty worked up. I always thought they were quiet, happy kitties. Oh, what are their names again? Ah, that's right. They are just little darlings, aren't they? Harut and Marut.
So, which fortune do you want me to read for you?
I'd like to get another reading on my love prospects, but to be perfectly honest with you, I feel like I've been a real mess.
A mess?
Well, could you...
I hear you. No, The gods are asking, Sitaria, what?
Why haven't I gone home? Do the gods really...
Sitaria, why don't you just go home? It's a demand now instead of a question. The gods seem to be truly upset.
I'm sorry. And if I may ask, Nabia, is there a specific god who's...
What an inconsiderate and naive question. The god who is speaking to me is, of course, the wisest and...
King Deshret? No wonder he would make such demand of me. Even though news of King Deshret's resurrection has been spreading like wildfire, It's all just a misinformation campaign from the academia. How can King...
What insolence! I am King Deshret's most loyal
Oh, no. As a child of the desert, I will think very carefully about his demand of me. I'm sorry. I must go now.
Wait!
Whoa! She just... Well done. Setaria didn't seem to suspect anything amiss. To have something she's been trying desperately to avoid show up out of nowhere and berate her, that must have shaken her to the core. Aw, Nahida. All I know are some... Anyway, enough...
He's out of Keeps now, right on cue. Let's get ready to possess him right away!
If my calculations are correct, Wanwen Bookhouse is... receive a batch of new releases today. Might we add a small detour to our adventure? Body and mind. Ray outlines your plan. Adventure time.
Animal test 6308. Absorption test.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Defensive mode engaged.
Animal test 6308.
Preparing for
Come on! Show me your curve!
Cleanup sequence initiated. Let's light it up!
Stand clear.
Ultimatum protocol.
Get blown away!
Absorption test. Whoa, Mark 2. Stand clear.
Treasure hunting. A valiant endeavor.
Let's light it up! Adventure time! Let's light it up! Witness power! No, my sword! Insulation chamber deployed. Defensive mode engaged. Yeah.
Adventure time!
Absorption test. Yeah.
Body and mind. No, my soul! Preparing for dubstep.
Animal test 6308. Enhanced animal module 75. Absorption test.
Off we go! Going in! Rain outlines your fate.
Cleanup sequence initiated.
Time to act.
Animal test 6308. If only I stumbled upon lab supplies as often.
Alright, let's finish this fast. Let me read your verse. Let's light it up!
Out of the way or get blown away!
Animal test 6308. Animal hypostasis emulation.
Annihilation mode. Excellent. Time to act.
Warning, damage critical.
Rain outlines your fate. Body and mind.
Watch this!
Absorption test.
Forget it! Ugh.
made a protocol. Peanuts is
Nada kundala.
outlines your fate. Insulation chamber deployed. Yeah, stand clear.
If only I stumbled upon lab supplies as often.
Adventure time! Let's light it up!
Isolation chamber deployed.
Witness the power of Fuhua! No, my soul!
Animal hypostasis simulation! Absorption test!
Body and mind. Time to act. outlines your fate.
mind. No, my soul! Teamwork is dreamwork!
Enhanced animal module 75!
Preparing for dust-up.
I hope we find long-lost ancient literature. Time to act. No, I have taught you everything I know.
Isolation chamber deployed.
No, my soul!
Part 2!
Time to
Do this thing!
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Ultimatum protocol.
Rain outlines your fate. Let me read you a verse. Let's light it up!
Stand clear!
just standing there with your mouth gaping? Ah, you must be stunned and at a loss for words.
Absorption test.
What was that? It's gone. Can I go?
You